Hi. My wife and I got back from hiking on the Camino de Santiago, Compostela, in Spain about a month ago. This is a 1,000-year-old pilgrimage trail. It's sort of like the Appalachian Trail of Europe, although it's much more civilized. Every few miles there are cafes, bars, we can have a cup of coffee. Every 5 miles or so there are albergues, which are dormitory hostels with bunk beds available, costing 5 or 10 euros a night a piece. It's possible to hike. We were spending about 25 euros a day total when we were on the trail for food and for lodging. And we did about 450 miles. Now, I'd like to go over the gear that I took and what I'm planning on taking next year when I hike the Camino Portuguese, which instead of going from the Pyrenees all the way to Santiago, which is on the northwest coast of Spain, it starts in Portugal and goes north up to Santiago. I've included some extra gear. Most of what I'm going to show you I actually took on this trip. We had 39 days of hiking total and hiked about 12 miles a day, although we had frequent wet rest days in between them. But I'm going to include some camping gear in my pack when I go to Portugal. And the reason for that is that the albergues or these hostels are further apart. Sometimes it might be 15 to 20 miles, and if the weather gets bad, if I don't feel good, if whatever happens and I can't make it to the next one, I might have to camp out. So I'm going to take a few pounds, about 3 to 4 pounds of camping gear that I didn't have with me when I was on the Camino Francés, it's called, which goes from Saint-Jean-Pied-de-Port in France to the east side of the Pyrenees. We started actually in Roncesvalles, which is to the west. Anyway, first thing is shoes. I used Merrell Moab ventilators. These are lightweight, non-waterproof shoes. They get wet, they dry out pretty quickly. The way I like to do this is to wear many pairs of socks, get a pair of shoes that's about a size too big. I like the fit socks, these are wool socks that have elastic in them, so they're really great. I think I like them better than smart wool. But basically I wear 3 pairs of socks, a lightweight $1 dollar store pair of nylon socks, the fit socks over these, and then some smart ones over these. I didn't get any blisters for the first month, and then unfortunately we ran into a lot of rain and I ended up walking in wet shoes, and I think that's what got me in trouble. In my pack, I just weighed this thing. With everything in it, it weighs 15 pounds. And like I said, if you're not taking camping gear, you can probably subtract 3 or 4 pounds. The line of advice that I got before we left, that I really think is true for everybody, is lay out all the gear that you want to take and all your money on a bed before you go, and then take half the gear and twice the money. Anyway, this is a Go Light Breeze pack. This is the day pack version. I think it's only 30 liters, might even be a little bit less. But any kind of a lightweight pack is okay. It doesn't have a frame inside, because it's really not necessary for not carrying too much weight. These are my bamboo hiking poles. They take down, because there's nothing sharp on them, they're not metal, they don't count as weapons. You can get these onto carry-on baggage. TSA will let you through on the airplane with them, and they made it to Europe without a problem. I'm just going to go through what I've got. Things that we took. Oh yeah, this is the guidebook. This is in English, Brierley's Pilgrim's Guide to Santiago, Santiago Compostela, and I would recommend this. I carried an iPod Touch along that has many reference books in it, but you really need to have something like this that's got maps in it that will work if your iPod craps out, and also that unfortunately it weighs 12 ounces, but it's worth it. I did take an iPod Touch, and Wi-Fi is universally available. Almost every bar you stop at, every 3 or 4 kilometers you can get Wi-Fi. So that can be your telephone with Skype. You need to have a charging cable for it, and what I would recommend is getting one of these universal USB chargers with the European plugs on it. It costs about $2 on eBay, and you can plug your charging cable right into that. One thing I didn't include it down, and I should have put this in. Weighs another ounce. It's a splitter. It's a 3-way European splitter. You can put it into the outlet there, and you can plug in 3 devices. And the reason for that is you come into an albergue, there's 10 people trying to charge their cell phones on one outlet. And with this you know, you can unplug one or two of these people, plug yours in, plug in, you've still got a couple extra outlets to share. Unfortunately, I have that in the basement, but I should have put it in here. The other thing I like to carry is just a notebook with a pen, keeps things straight. I'd actually taken a pot on this last trip and ended up leaving it after a week because we really weren't cooking. But again, hiking in Portugal, the albergues may not be there. They do have, generally they have kitchens, but many of them just don't have pots and pans, glassware and so forth. So I'll just show you what I have. This is sort of a lightweight camping pot I got for about 20 bucks at REI. It's not a titanium one because I can't spend 50 bucks on something just to save around. But it's about, I think it's about 0.6, 0.7 liters. I've got a few Dannon yogurt cups in here, which I use as drinking cups. I can put food in there as well. I do have a little stove. It's a little alcohol stove made out of a pop can. There's multiple sites on YouTube how to make these things. And so this weighs, I don't know, 8 ounces altogether. If I have to cook, I can probably do this on a stove, but if I have to cook outside, I can do that as well. Sunglasses, a spoon, and then, you know, you can't carry a sharp knife on the plane. This is one of these Lexan, knives, and this is all you need to cut bread and spread butter and cheese, cut cheese with it. That's really all you have to take. So I modified this pack a little bit. I put this extra pocket on the top, and it gives me a little bit of extra room. Toilet paper with some butt wipes, indispensable. There are no toilets, no public toilets along the Camino, so you have to find bushes to poop and pee behind. It's really a shame. If you want to make some money, you're looking for a guaranteed income for life, setting up a series of paid toilets on the Camino will turn you into a millionaire in about 1 year. There's about 250,000 people a year that hike this trail by. It's kind of amazing. This is a Nalgene collapsible canteen. There are some places where you can go up to 10 or 15 miles without water, but that's unusual. This is just as a backup, just in case. The water bottle that I use all the time, I have this just on my shoulder strap. It's just a plastic water bottle. This has propelled water in it. I like it because it's got these rings on it. You can actually strap it on and it'll stay on. It doesn't weigh anything. That's a couple years old. You know, it costs $1 or $2. Here's my ditty bag. I'm going to kind of go through what's in here because some of this stuff is important, some more than others. We hiked in April and May. Ran into snow a couple times. We didn't have any bugs, but right at the end, right around the 1st of May, 1st of June, started running into mosquitoes. So that's some mosquito repellent. This is a little iris scissors for clipping one's nasal hairs and beard when it's hirsute. A little inhaler. Got a headlamp. Use this all the time. You know, we didn't hike at night, so I didn't have to really big bright one like some people carry. This is just a little guy, and it's okay for looking around in your pack. I did take potable aqua. We used this twice. There are fountains every couple of miles that have a good water, but occasionally they're dubious. You know, they have their open fountains. Some of them say no es potable. You can't really drink it, but if you've got some kind of purification tablets, you know, you can at least drink it. Here's an extra spoon, something I really don't need. I've got some sewing needles. I use these a bunch. And what you use for your thread is dental floss. A couple of Band-Aids. This is really helpful. I take some antibiotic ointment. This stuff is good if you get a cut, but you can also put it on your feet. You can use it as a lubricant if you're getting blisters. Zippers are getting stuck. You can use it for that. You can even smear it on leaves and start fires with it. Although we didn't start any fires with it. Got a pencil. There's a bunch, maybe 4 or 5 large safety pins. Take these along. And what you use them for is, instead of clothespins, which people take, but they weigh a couple ounces and are big, to hang your clothes up on line. Basically, we'd have to wash our clothes, some piece of clothing, every night, usually dry in the morning, particularly if there was a radiator around at work. I also have, I wear glasses. Don't forget to take an extra pair of glasses. I've got some extra lenses. Thank goodness I really didn't need those. But these are all things that can help. And one thing that I'm going to show you in a minute are earplugs, which are really important. You're sleeping in a dormitory, you know, there might be 2 other people or 100 other people, and they're snoring. You gotta have earplugs. Let me see what else comes out of the pack here. This is a mini pack. This is just a still nylon thing to weighs a few ounces. We use this all the time because you can leave your gear in your big pack in the other area, go out for lunch, take your raincoat or whatever. The other thing is this is pretty much waterproof, so if you want to stick stuff in your pack when it's raining, and it rained a lot, you're covered. Some people use rain jackets and then they have to have pack covers. We just use ponchos, put it over our backpacks. It works fine. We had snow the first couple of days, and then really just the last week or so up by it's called the Cruz Ferro, the Iron Cross in the west of Spain, up in the mountains. Again, it snowed. So you want to take a cap. I like to have cotton gloves. Some people use others. But these are gloves, and then over this you can put plastic bags, or I like Tyvek bags, if your hands are getting cold or wet. Okay, something I didn't take but I'm going to take next time. This is a Neo Air camping pad. It weighs about 1 pound. I might get the smaller one, which is half a pound, in case I have to sleep outside. Some people carry them anyways, but you don't need them in your baggage. My poncho, this is a large size of poncho. Costs about $50 at Camp. Still nylon, weighs 8 ounces. Great. What other goodies have I got in here? Another little filter. Oh, this is my hat. Again, you can wear whatever you like, but you got to have some kind of a sun hat. These are my Tyvek mittens, which I used a bunch of times because it was cold sometimes. They're sort of water repellent. They sort of breathe. It's like the poor man's Vortex. Again, camping stuff. This is a mosquito head net because I don't have any mosquito netting on the carpet I'm going to use. And I've got 50 feet of sash cord in case I need to rig up something. Oh yeah, these are Tyvek booties. If it's raining and you've got lightweight shoes that don't have any rainproofing to them, put these over your socks. They don't keep your feet totally dry, but you definitely stay warm in these things. Here's my personal effects bag, and I want to just go over this as well. This is what I take into the bathroom. This is a full bar of soap. Started out with little teeny bars. They last a day or two. You got to wash your clothes with bar soap too. So I would go ahead, suck it up, buy a bar of soap that weighs a couple ounces, and use it. It'll last for a few weeks. This is sunscreen. You're going to need some of that. Probably have to buy some more. This represents Glide, Body Glide, which is what the bicyclists use to keep from chafing. I use this on my feet every day, and it actually helps you prevent blisters. And then other things, just the standard toothbrush, toothpaste. Oh yeah, and the all-important earplugs. Now we're getting down to the bottom. I've got a couple of compression sacks that I put my stuff into. And I don't know if you noticed, this pack is small, but it wasn't full. Because you have to carry a little bit of food, buy some bread, buy some cheese, maybe some nuts. You've always got something, just in case you get a little hungry, which happens a lot. As far as warmth is concerned, I mean, we were hiking, it was freezing or below freezing many days in the morning, and I was totally warm. What I basically took, let me explain what I'm wearing. This is a nylon long sleeve shirt. If it's hot, you can roll up the sleeves. I basically take what I'm wearing now, plus a change of clothes. So I have another one of these in the pack. I started out wearing undershirts. Forget it, you don't need undershirts. These are lightweight nylon cargo pants with the zip-off legs. If it's hot, you can zip off the legs and wear them shorts. Be sure that you have a big enough cargo pocket so that you can get your guidebook in there. I had a pair of these things, and I didn't realize they had a small pocket, and the darn guidebook wouldn't fit into it. So you should get something with a big pocket. Oh yeah, so these are the extra socks. I have a complete set of socks. So I've got, again, 2 pairs of woolen socks and a pair of lightweight socks to go underneath them so that I can completely replace my other ones. My one pair of underpants, get black ones. I won't tell you why, but you can use your imagination. These are nylon, so they wash up. Another hanky. Oh yeah, this is my other cotton shirt. Again, lightweight. The next thing about cotton like this, it will dry overnight. You can wear this as pajamas. Basically, if I needed pajamas, I'd be wearing my other pair of pants, which I try to keep clean, and my shirt like this at night. I could wash this stuff if I needed to, and it would be dry the next morning. If you get cold, you just put on your second shirt. And this is a lightweight fleece shirt. The buttons all the way in front, so they can open it up if I'm getting hot. But let me tell you, 2 pairs of nylon or cotton shirts. Oh, and again, cotton kills, but the truth is you've always got some place you can get into it within a few miles if you get wet. It's not like being on the Appalachian Trail or up in the continental divide where you can go for days without really being able to get shelter. So a couple shirts, put this fleece thing over, and a lightweight windbreaker, and that's all you need. And the fact is, if you're getting cold anyways, and you won't because you're walking, you can put your sleeping bag that you've got inside your windbreaker, and that'll keep it clean. When you put on the second pair of pants, it's like wearing long johns. You'll be fine. Don't take too much stuff. So this is just my other pair of lightweight cargo pants. These are my pajamas, also my long john stuff set. As far as sleeping gear is concerned, the albergues all have blankets. So theoretically, you only need to have a sleep sheet with you, or some kind of a lightweight, like a silk sleep sack. But I think in the summertime, when things get more busy, you may be able, of course, it'll be warmer there too. But basically, I do have a little sleeping bag in here. Oh, this is all you need to cover yourself. This is a lightweight nylon windbreaker. There's no lining in this. It only weighs a few ounces, but it breaks the wind, and that's what you need. You can put your shirts on underneath it to stay warm. This is like a little nylon sheet thing that I sewed together myself, but it's like a sleeping bag thing. But this is all that you really need if it's a hot night. You just want to have something between you and the mattress. And then this is like just a lightweight down quilt. It's only a top. There's sides on it, but there's no bottom. You put that over you. It's really quite warm if you really get cold. So get down to the bottom of it. You don't want to waste your time here. Oh, okay. I actually use this a lot on the trip, so be sure to take some. I was fixing up my pack and other stuff surprisingly necessary. These are chopsticks. These are the lacquered Japanese style with points. You can use them as tent stakes. You can also get them through TSA as carry-on baggage. This is what my tent will be. This weighs a pound or so. This is an 8 by 10 foot sil nylon tarp, again available at Camp Moore. I don't own stock in Camp Moore. But you can rig this up with your hiking poles and what A-frame thing. Get into it if it's raining, and get some protection. Here's a bandana. Here's a little camp towel. You don't need more than this. You dry yourself. You get halfway through, it's totally soaked. You wring it out, dry yourself again, wring it out. Do that a few times. You're not totally dry, but you get rid of the drops. And you stand naked for like 1 minute and you evaporate and you dry. So don't carry a big towel. It's extra weight, extra volume that you really don't need. And I'll get to the bottom of it. What do we got? Oh yeah, this is a 3 by 7 foot piece of Tyvek. This uses a ground cloth again if I have to camp out. But again, this is warm. The other thing is, if you're in an albergue and you don't look like the looks of the mattress, it looks a little dirty, you can put this on, use it as a sheet under you. And finally, just one of these aluminum emergency blankets, just in case all else fails and I'm getting cold. So that's it. 15 pounds. Here's my little scallop shell, which is the symbol of the Camino de Santiago. I actually got this off the beach at Finn's Chair at Land's End at the end of our pilgrimage. So good luck, try it out. This stuff is good for general camping or travel as well. And so for 15 pounds or even 12 pounds, if you're not going to go camping, you ought to be able to do it. And then Camino, which means have a good trip.